Name.
Debbie Stevens, please help me. I don't want to die.
You're not going to die. Hold on for a minute.
Well, I'm scared. I'm sorry. I didn't know the water. I couldn't see the water when I came up on it, man. It just all of a sudden hit me. How long is it going to be, man? My son's going to die, and I can't charge it.
A lot of people have called in on you, so I don't think that nobody's just sitting there. They actually called in, but they're not going to get themselves in danger because you put yourself in danger.
I'm scared. I've never had anything like this happen to me before.
Well, this will teach you next time. Don't drive in the water.
Couldn't see it, ma'am. I'm sorry, or I wouldn't have.
I don't see how you didn't see it. You had to go right over it, so. Call for bar link for Highway 58 and 8. Okay, then I can cancel it. They got the bar link got the Thank you.
Oh, my God, ma'am.
Yes.
Stevens is not hurt again. Miss Debbie? Miss Debbie? The dispatcher said. Oh my God. She sounds like she's underwater now. The dispatcher said. The call ended at 5 a.m. Deborah Stevens, a 47-year-old woman from Fort Smith, Arkansas, tragically lost her life after her SUV became trapped in a flash flood while she was delivering newspapers. The incident occurred on August 24, 2019. Stevens called 911 for help, but the operator who received her emergency call responded in a shocking manner. Instead of providing comfort and assistance, the dispatcher, Donna Renault, scolded Stevens and even told her to shut up just moments before she drowned. Deborah Stevens was working her normal newspaper delivery route in Fort Smith, Arkansas, when rising floodwaters began to overtake her SUV. The final, desperate 911 call of the 47-year-old woman who delivered the Southwest Times record to the front doors came at 4:38 on the morning of August 24th. It was a panicked, 22-minute plea for help with a dispatcher that the Fort Smith Police Department admitted sounded calloused and uncaring at times. Authorities responded to the scene 12 minutes after she dialed 911, but because of the floodwaters, it took more than an hour to reach Stevens' vehicle, and by the time police and firefighters were able to secure the car, Stevens had drowned. Rescuers reached Stevens' SUV some 58 minutes later. They tried unsuccessfully to revive her. A former Arkansas 911 dispatcher was cleared of wrongdoing following accusations that she mishandled a call with a drowning woman and told her to shut up just moments before she died. 911 dispatcher under fire for the chastising woman who later died drowning in a flash flood. An internal investigation concluded that operator Donna Renault violated policy by being rude during an August call with Debbie Stevens shortly before her death, but she did nothing that would have warranted her termination, according to the Fort Smith Police Department. No evidence of criminal negligence or activities on former operator Renault's part. The evidence shows that while operator Renault spoke rudely to Mrs. Stevens during the call, she bumped the call up in the order of importance shortly after receiving it, the department said in a report released. Fort Smith Interim Police Chief described Renault's response as calloused and uncaring at times in a statement, but he added to news media that she did nothing criminally wrong, nor violated policy. I completely understand the disgust and the concern that we all have, the chief said. We all hope that we will get a little better response. Fort Smith City Director Neil Martin told the Southwest Times Record, which Stevens delivered, that she was a longtime family friend who taught preschool ministry at Eastside Baptist Church. She also worked on his campaign. Stevens was a model of being a servant, doing what God called you to do, and serving your community and friends, Martin said. If people were willing to give of themselves as she did, I think our city, our state, and our country would be a lot better, he told the news media. Eastside Baptist Church established a memorial fund to cover Stevens' funeral expenses, said Matt Bonnet, executive pastor of operations and worship. Stevens and her mother worked with hundreds of children there for about 15 years. My son was one of them, Bonnet said when speaking to a news media. She loved them all. It's a heartbreaking story that highlights the importance of empathy and compassion in emergencies. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think, and leave your comment below. Click that like button if you like the video. We upload videos every week. Take care.